In this video, I will be detailing some of Adlib's core product capabilities. We'll go ahead and get a brief look at how you can leverage Adlib to seamlessly configure an end-to-end document processing architecture that is reliable, interoperable, easy to use, and empowers organizations to unlock critical data elements from their documents. Now, what we'll go ahead and do is start by navigating to the Sources page. Within this page, you are able to define and connect to various different file repositories such as Documentum and SharePoint. In the case of my example, if you go ahead and take a look, what I've done is define a folder connector or a folder source. Now, what this is doing is I have defined an input folder, which is where I would be dropping in my files that I want to transform through Adlib. And then I've defined an output folder where I want those documents to then be placed in or reside following transformation. So the first step is understanding where are my documents coming from, and once I send them to Adlib and I've transformed them, where do I want them to be placed post-rendition? Now, the next step is going to be applying a set of business rules against those documents. So if you take a look here, I've created an instruction set and I've associated it to my folder source that I defined on the previous page. Now, instruction sets allow you to do two different things. You can configure job acceptance rules, and this defines the manner in which your jobs will work and the manner in which your jobs will be processed through the system. For example, if you know you have one set of jobs that is a little more mission critical than another, you can submit the first set of jobs with a higher priority than the second set of jobs so that you're validating for your organization that more important documents are being transformed prior to or quicker than less important documents. You also have your transformation rules. And what this allows you to do is you can now take advantage of the hundreds of different file types that Adlib allows you to convert. You can now go ahead and define a rule. So if I want to convert an Excel or a Word or an Outlook file to PDF, I simply grab and drag that to the right-hand side of the screen here. So if I go ahead and open, for example, my Convert Microsoft Word to PDF, I now have several options that allow me to be very specific about what I would like to do with that conversion. So in the case of my example here, I'd like to convert Word to PDF. I'd like to create bookmarks and have those bookmarks grouped or standardized in a certain way. I'd also like to generate hyperlinks. So this allows the user to gain full control and really define the needs of their business and organization and how they would like those documents to be processed and what they would actually like the end document or resultant document to look like. Now that we know where the documents are coming from and what we want to do with them, the final step is going to be actually submitting the jobs for transformation and then tracking them within the Adlib UI. So if I go ahead and I grab a couple jobs here, and I go ahead and submit them into my input folder, there we go. You'll see here that those files just got ingested by the system. And if I do a refresh here on the job status page, you'll see that that's now beginning to populate with rows on this table. Now, this table is going to go ahead and show you when processing had started, the status of those jobs. You can see the document name, and also if you need an audit trail to understand logs or more about a job, such as why it may have failed or why it succeeded, we have your job ID to give you that audit trail. And then finally, you can also see where the document is coming from. For example, it's coming from Kunal's folder source in this case. Now, if I do refresh, you'll see that those jobs were just completed successfully. Now, before we wrap up the demonstration, one thing I would like to show you is what that actually looks like once it's been rendered and placed back in your output folder. So this is an example of a transformation that I did where I took these documents here. So for example, you have a title page, you have what is enterprise content transformation, you have Adlib Vision. And what we've done is we've actually taken these sample documents now and merged them into one rich PDF. So you can take a look here that first of all, we have our title page. Immediately, you can see a couple of things. You can see that I have placed our Adlib logo here in the middle, as well as on the top left. I have also added a watermark going across the middle of the page in diagonal orientation and gray text saying internal use only, while also applying another watermark across the left-hand side here in red text. And if we keep jumping through, you'll see here that we've also automatically generated, for example, a table of contents in bookmarks. So I just merged roughly 6 different documents. I'd like to be able to go back and see where exactly do those original source documents live within the PDF? What page are they? So that I could quickly jump to them and also just get a better understanding of, for example, I'm going to go ahead and go down here to what is enterprise content transformation. You can see we've also applied a footer here that allows you to link back to the original source document. So this is a setting I applied where I said I want the original document name to be applied in the footer of the output PDF so that I'm able to link back easily and seamlessly to understand what is the original source document and where does that currently live. So this is just giving you a rough example of really taking some documents which had no watermarks, no overlays, headers and footers, and merging them all into one very content-rich output PDF. Now, I hope this demonstration gave you a little bit more of an understanding of how Adlib can help you unlock more data and intelligence out of your documents. For more information, please feel free to contact Adlib directly, and we'd be happy to get in touch and teach you a little bit more about how we can help you meet the needs of your organization, your business, or your industries. Thanks for taking the time to watch this demonstration.